Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Hope everybody's having a good Shabbat. I know it's pretty hot here in Arizona. I think we're pushing 100 right now, and it is 11:23 in the morning right now. It's crazy. So I'm going to read the Torah portion, and the Torah portion is called Bamidbar. Excuse me. Bamidbar. In the wilderness is what that means. So we're going to start Numbers 1 through 4, verse 20. Okay, so it says, a census of Israel's warriors. And I'm reading from the Torah portion website. I think it's called... I can't pull it up right now. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, we'll look at it later. Okay, so Yahuwah spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tent of meeting, on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, take a census of all the congregation of the people of Israel, by clans, by fathers' houses, according to the number of names, every male, head by head, from 20 years old and upward, all in Israel who are able to go to war. You and Aaron shall list them, company by company, and there shall be with you a man from each tribe, each man being the head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men who shall assist you. From Reuben, Eliezer, the son of Shedur. From Simeon, Shelemiel, the son of Zurishaddai. From Judah, Nashon, the son of Aminadab. From Issachar, Nethanel, the son of Zuar. From Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon. From the sons of Joseph. From Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Amihud. And from Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. From Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideoni. From Dan, Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. From Asher, Pagiel, the son of Okran. From Gad, Eliasaph, the son of Duel. From Naphtali, Ahira, the son of Enan. These were the ones chosen from the congregation, the chiefs of their ancestral tribes, the heads of the clans of Israel. Moses and Aaron took these men who had been named, and on the first day of the second month they assembled the whole congregation together, who registered themselves by clans, by fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, head by head, as Yahuwah commanded Moses. So he listed them in the wilderness of Sinai. The people of Reuben, Israel's firstborn, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Reuben were 46,500. Of the people of Simeon, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, those of them who were listed according to the number of names, head by head, every male from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Simeon were 59,300. Of the people of Gad, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all who were able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Gad were 45,650. Of the people of Judah, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war, those listed of the tribe of Judah were 74,600. Of the people of Issachar, their generations, by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Issachar were 54,400. Of the people of Zebulun, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Zebulun were 57,400. Of the people of Joseph, namely of the people of Ephraim, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. These listed of the tribe of Ephraim were 40,500. Of the people of Manasseh, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Manasseh were 32,200. Of the people of Benjamin, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Benjamin were 35,400. Of the people of Dan, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Dan were 62,700. Of the people of Asher, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Asher were 41,500. Of the people of Naphtali, their generations by their clans, by their fathers' houses, according to the number of names, from 20 years old and upward, every man able to go to war. Those listed of the tribe of Naphtali were 53,400. These are those who were listed, whom Moses and Aaron listed with the help of the chief of Israel, 12 men, each representing his father's house. So all those listed are the people of Israel by their fathers' houses, from 20 years old and upward, every man was able to go to war in Israel. All those listed were 603,550. Jeez, I'm so glad that that one is finally over. That's a long one. All these names and their tribes, and thank you for sitting with me on that one. It was painful a bit. Okay. Continuing on to verse 47. But the Levites were not listed along with them by their ancestral tribe. For Yahuwah spoke to Moses, saying, Only the tribe of Levi you shall not list, and you shall not take a census of them among the people of Israel, but appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of the testimony, and over all its furnishings, and over all that belongs to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishings, and they shall take care of it. It shall camp around the tabernacle. When the tabernacle is to set out, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And if any outsider comes near, he shall be put to death. The people of Israel shall pitch their tents by their companies, each man in his own camp, and each man by his own standard. But the Levites shall camp around the tabernacle of the testimony, so that there may be no wrath on the congregation of the people of Israel. And the Levites shall keep guard over the tabernacle of the testimony. Thus did the people of Israel. They did according to all that Yahuwah commanded Moses. Yahuwah spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, People of Israel shall camp each by his own standard, with the banners of their fathers' houses. I don't know who it was. I think it was Courtney Witcher-Smith. She was saying something about the word banners, and it translates to Yeshua, or I don't know, something like that. It was really stupid, but that's clearly not what that says in context. So continuing, they shall camp facing the tent of meeting on every side. Those to camp on the east side toward the sunrise shall be of the standard of the camp of Judah by their companies. The chief of the people of Judah being Nashon, the son of Amminadab, his company is listed being 74,600. Those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Issachar. The chief of the people of Issachar being Nathanael, the son of Zuar, his company as listed being 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun, the chief of the people of Zebulun, being Eliab, the son of Helon, his company as listed being 57,400. All those listed of the camp of Judah by their companies were 186,400. They shall set out first on the march. On the south side shall be the standard of the camp of Reuben by their companies, the chief of the people of Reuben being Eleazar, the son of Shedur. His company as listed being 46,500. And those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Simeon, the chief of the people of Simeon being Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai, his company as listed being 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad, the chief of the people of Gad being Eliasaph, the son of Ruel, his company is listed being 45,650. All those listed of the camp of Reuben by their companies were 151,450. They shall set out second. Then the tent of meeting shall set out with the camp of the Levites in the midst of the camps as they camp. So shall they set out each in position, standard by standard. On the west side shall be the standard of the camp of Ephraim by their companies, the chief of the people of Ephraim being Elishama, the son of Ammihud. His company is listed being 40,500, and next to him shall be the tribe of Manasseh. The chief of the people of Manasseh being Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. His company as listed being 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin, the chief of the people of Benjamin, being Abidan, the son of Gideoni. His company is listed being 35,400. All those listed of the camp of Ephraim by their companies were 108,100. They shall set out third on the march. On the north side shall be standard of the camp of Dan by their companies. The chief of the people of Dan being Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. His company as listed being 62,700. And those to camp next to him shall be the tribe of Asher. The chief of the people of Asher being Pagiel, the son of Okran. His company as listed being 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali, the chief of the people of Naphtali being Ahira, the son of Enan. His company is listed being 53,400. All those listed of the camp of Dan were 157,600. They shall set out last, standard by standard. These are the people of Israel, as listed by their fathers' houses. All those listed in the camps by their companies were 603,550. But the Levites were not listed among the people of Israel, as Yahuwah commanded Moses. Thus did the people of Israel according to all that Yahuwah commanded Moses. So they camped by their standards, and so they set out each one in his clan according to his father's house. These are the generations of Aaron, Moses at the time when Yahuwah spoke with Moses on Mount Sinai. These are the names of the sons of Aaron: Nadab the firstborn, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These are the names of the sons of Aaron, the anointed priest whom he ordained to serve as priest. But Nadab and Abihu died before Yahuwah when they offered unauthorized fire before Yahuwah in the wilderness of Sinai, and they had no children. So Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests in the lifetime of Aaron their father. And Yahuwah spoke to Moses, saying, Bring the tribe of Levi near, and set them before Aaron the priest, that they may minister to him. They shall keep guard over him and over the whole congregation before the tent of meeting. As they minister at the tabernacle, they shall guard all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, and keep guard over the people of Israel as they minister at the tabernacle. And you shall give the Levites of Aaron and his sons. They are wholly given to him from among the people of Israel. And you shall appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall guard their priesthood. But if any outsider comes near, he shall be put to death. And Yahuwah spoke to Moses, saying, Behold, I have taken the Levites from among the people of Israel, instead of every firstborn who opens the womb among the people of Israel. The Levites shall be mine, for all the firstborn are mine. On the day that I struck down all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I consecrated for my own all the firstborn of Israel, both man and of beast. They shall be mine. I am Yahuwah. And Yahuwah spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, List the sons of Levi by fathers' houses and by clans, Every male from a male old and upward you shall list. So Moses listed them according to the word of Yahuwah, as he was commanded. And there were the sons of Levi by their names, Gershon, and Kohath, and Merari. And these are the names of the sons of Gershon by their clans, Libni, Shimei, and the sons of Kohath by their clans, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uziel. And the son of Merari by their clans, Mali and Mushi. These are the clans of the Levites by their fathers' houses. To Gershon belonged the clan of the Libnites, and the clan of the Shemites. These were the clans of the Gershonites. Their listing, according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, was 7,500. The clans of the Gershonites were to camp behind the tabernacle on the west, with Eliasaph, the son of Lael, as chief of the father's house of the Gershonites. And the guard duty of the sons of Gershon in the tent of meeting involved the tabernacle, the tent with its covering, the screen for the entrance of the tent of meeting, the hangings of the court, the screen for the door of the court that is around the tabernacle, and the altar and its cords, all the surface connected with these. To Kohath belonged the clan of the Amramites, and the clan of the Izharites, and the clan of the Hebronites, and the clan of the Uzielites. These are the clans of the Kohathites. According to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, these were 8,600. Keeping guard over the sanctuary, the clans of the sons of Kohath were to camp on the south side of the tabernacle, with Elizaphan, that's how it is, I think, the son of Uziel, as chief of the father's house of the clan of the Kohathites. And their guard duty involved the ark, the table, the lampstand, the altars, the vessels of the sanctuary with which the priest ministered, and the screen. All the service connected with these. And Eleazar the son of Aaron, the priest, was to be chief over the chiefs of the Levites, and to oversight of those who kept guard over the sanctuary. To Merari belonged the clan of Malites, and the clan of the Mushites. These are the clans of Merari. Their listing, according to the number of all the males from a month old and upward, was 6,200. And the chief of the father's house of the clans of Merari was Zuriel, the son of Abihail. They were to camp on the north side of the tabernacle, and the appointed guard duty of the sons of Merari involved the frames of the tabernacle, the bars, the pillars, the bases, and all their accessories, all the service connected with these, all the pillars around the court, with their bases and pegs and cords. Those who were to camp before the tabernacle on the east, before the tent of meeting toward the sunrise, were Moses and Aaron and his sons, guarding the sanctuary itself to protect the people of Israel, and any outsider who came near was to be put to death. All those listed among the Levites whom Moses and Aaron listed at the commandment of Yahuwah by clans, all the males from a month old and upward, were 22,000. And Yahuwah said to Moses, list all the firstborn males of the people of Israel from a month old and upward. Take the number of their names, and you shall take the Levites for me, for I am Yahuwah, instead of all the firstborn among the people of Israel. Excuse me. And the cattle of the Levites, instead of all the firstborn among the cattle of the people of Israel. So Moses listed all the firstborn among the people of Israel, as Yahuwah commanded him. And all the firstborn males, according to the number of names, from a month old and upward as listed, were 22,273. That's an exact number. And Yahuwah spoke to Moses, saying, take the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the people of Israel, and the cattle of the Levites instead of their cattle. The Levites shall be mine. I am Yahuwah. And as the redemption price for the 273 of the firstborn of the people of Israel, over and above the number of the male Levites, you shall take 5 shekels per head. You shall take them according to the shekel of the sanctuary, the shekel of 20 gerahs, and give the money to Aaron and his sons as the redemption price for those who are over. So Moses took the redemption money from those who were over and above those redeemed by the Levites, from From the firstborn of the people of Israel he took the money, 1,365 shekels, by the shekel of the sanctuary. And Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons, according to the word of Yahuwah, as Yahuwah commanded Moses. Yahuwah spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Take a census of the sons of Kohath from among the sons of Levi, by their clans and their fathers' houses, from 30 years old up to 50 years old, all who can come on duty, to do the work in the tent of meeting. This is a service of the sons of Kohath in the tent of meeting, the most holy things. When the camp is to set out, Aaron and his sons shall go in and take down the veil of the screen and cover the ark of the testimony with it. Then they shall put on it a covering of goatskin, and spread on top of that a cloth of blue, and shall put in its poles. And over the table of the bread of the presence they shall spread a cloth of blue, and put on it the plates, the dishes for incense, the bowls, and the flagons for the drink offering. I think I pronounced that right. The regular showbread also shall be on it. Then they shall spread over them a cloth of scarlet, and cover the same with a covering of goatskin, and shall put in its poles. And they shall take a cloth of blue, and cover the lampstand for the light with its lamps, its tongs, its trays, and all the vessels for oil with which it is supplied. And they shall put it with all its utensils in a covering of goatskin, and put it on the carrying frame. And over the golden altar they shall spread a cloth of blue, and cover it with a covering of goatskin, and shall put on its poles. And they shall take all the vessels of the service that are used in the sanctuary, and put them in a cloth of blue, and cover them with a covering of goatskin, and put them on the carrying frame. And they shall take away the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple cloth over it. And they shall put on it all the utensils of the altar, which are used for the service there, the fire pans, the forks, the shovels, and the basins, all the utensils of the altar. And they shall spread on it a covering of goatskin, and shall put on its poles. And when Aaron and his sons have finished covering the sanctuary, and all the furnishings of the sanctuary as the camp sets out, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to carry these. But they must not touch the holy things, lest they die. These are the things of the tent of meeting that the sons of Kohath are to carry. And Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, shall have charge of the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the regular grain offering, and the anointing oil, with the oversight of the whole tabernacle and all that is in it, of the sanctuary and its vessels. Yahuwah spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, Let not the tribe of the clans of Kohathites be destroyed from among the Levites, but deal thus with them, that they may live and not die when they come near to the most holy things. Aaron and his sons shall go in and appoint them each to his task and to his burden. But they shall not go in to look at the holy things even for a moment, lest they die. One thing that stuck out to me here is, it says that the priests were picked by Yahuwah. So whoever was picking these priests in Jeremiah, where it says that these dark prophets had come, I think it's Jeremiah 23 through 33. I did a video on it. That's why I'm able to quote where it's at. I just don't know exactly where it's at in the scripture. In that book, anyway. So it's just interesting because these dark prophets were appointing different priests. Because remember, they were trying to take everybody from the priesthood. And Yahuwah said it, earlier. You guys have to protect this priesthood because it's going to get tampered with. It's going to be messed with. And people are going to go astray because they're going to claim something else as a priesthood. Maybe Yahushua Jesus? I think so. But, it takes eyes and ears to hear. And not just to hear, you have to understand. And you have to want to understand. You have to want to think, maybe you could be wrong. Maybe you're not right. I could be wrong. I would clearly admit that. If somebody showed me something in scripture that what I was claiming was not really legitimate, then I would look into it. And I do. And I have brothers and sisters that point me out with things all the time. So it's like, I'm human too. I'm not innocent in my findings and stuff like that, like we're just people. So that's all we need to keep it as. I don't look at myself greater or bigger than you. I'm a freaking nobody. Yahuwah chose to use a nobody. So there you go. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna do the Haftorah, which is Hosea 2, and it is 1 through 22. So it says, "Say to your brothers, you are my people, and to your sisters, you have received mercy. Plead with your mother. Plead, for she is not my wife, and I am not her husband, that she put away her whoring from her face, and her adultery from between her breasts, lest I strip her naked, and make her as in the day she was born, and make her like a wilderness, and make her like a parched land, and kill her with thirst. Upon her children also I will have no mercy, because they are children of whoredom." Isn't that interesting? Okay, so that's what they were then, and that's what they're going to be again. According to Solomon in Ecclesiastes. You can't make it up. What will be again. We have to put ourselves back in that modern time. Or live in modern time, but in biblical time. Like, apply the biblical time to our modern day because of what Solomon says. And there's not enough people who are doing that. They don't care to do it. They really don't. "For their mother has played the whore." Who is the mother? Okay, the mother, the Vatican, the Catholic Church, the elite, the Babylonian system in general. Think about it. The church system is from the Babylonian system. We know that. Okay? "For their mother has played the whore. She who conceived them has acted shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers, who give me my bread and my water." My bread and my water. Yahuwah gives us the bread and the water. But here we're seeing somebody giving something different that is supposed to be the real bread and water, but it's not. Why? "My wool and my flax, my oil and my drink. Therefore I will hedge up her way with thorns, and I will build a wall against her, so that she cannot find her paths." Do you understand who this she is? This she is the people who have gone astray to worship Yahusha Jesus, and all these other foreign gods too. Kali, you guys are not innocent in all of this. The Muslims, I'm not racist by no means, but I am pointing out the abominations and the idolatry of your gods. And Yahusha Jesus seems to be the biggest one amongst the Christians, because Christianity is a religion. And Yahuwah says, don't have religions, have just me. Why do you need all those other things? He tried to tell us we didn't need a king. Look how that ended up for us. Anyway. So it says, "And I will build a wall against her, so that she cannot find her paths. She shall pursue her lovers, but not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then she shall say, I will go and return to my first husband." Okay. She's going to go back to her first husband. Can she go back to her first husband? See, that's the thing. A lot of people are like, well, Yahuwah divorced us. Okay, well, where does it say that he divorced us? Because it looks like he did divorce us. He gave us a writ of divorce. But you know what? You can give a writ divorce. But if the person doesn't remarry, which according to scripture, Israel has not remarried yet. There's no remarriage that's been done. So she can come back. And she can be remarried back to him. Because she has not gone to she has not gone to marry that person that she's whoring around with. That would be devastation, and that's what's gonna happen on the Day of Atonement. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait for Yahusha Jesus to come, and that's who I'm gonna marry." And Yahuwah is just gonna be looking on. Really? Because Yahuwah says that you're coming back to marry him. Right there, it says right here. "I will go and return to my first husband, for it was better for me than now. And she did not know that it was I who gave her the grain, the wine, and the oil, and who lavished on her silver and gold, which they used for Baal." Your modern day God of Ekron is Yahusha Jesus. I mean, it says it right here. You're going away and whoring around. And you have to come back to Yahuwah. He's telling you right here. This is not, I'm not making this up. It says it right there. I will go and return to my first husband. And who is he talking about? This is the whore. The whore realizes. She's like, wow, I've been whoring around. I need to go back to my first love. Hello. It's not rocket science here, guys. And I know I say that all the time, but it's really not. Like, do you really need some math equation to try and figure this out? It's verbatim. It's in context. Therefore, I will take her back. See that? I will take her back. I will take back my grain in its time and my wine in its season, and I will take away my wool and my flax, which were to cover her nakedness. I guess I jumped ahead of myself. Now I will uncover her lewdness in the sight of her lovers, and no one shall rescue her out of my hand. And I will put an end to her mirth, her feasts, her new moons, her Sabbaths, and all her appointed feasts. And I will lay waste her vines and her fig trees. You guys still want to be the fig trees? Because Yahuwah says he's going to lay waste. Where Yahusha, Jesus, says that he is the vine and the fig or whatever. Or you're the figs and he's the vine. I don't know, something. I have not read the New Testament ever since I discovered the lies about the Gospels. And I struggle with it. I struggle with it. Once you know the deception, you can't go back to what you knew. Because you already know truth now. And anything you read in the New Testament is just a bunch of lies about the Gospels. The other stuff, I don't know. I can't back that up. There's nothing that's really said about that. It's just the Gospels that we know that Marcion of Sinopes made. He created them. And Tertullian. If you read about Tertullian, and he did a rebuttal with Marcion. And he says over and over again that he created this character, Yahusha Jesus, because he couldn't understand the duality of good and evil. But it's just something you have to go and research. You can't take my word for it, because you're not going to believe it. Unless you go and you do the research yourself. So, it is what it is. But see, I'm going to put an end to all her mirth. Her feasts. Why? Because you're doing sacrifices. Yahuwah says in Jeremiah 7, don't do sacrifices after you get out of Egypt. Don't do it. But you know what? People are going to do it. Because they're not going to listen. They're going to be stiff-necked. They're going to do what they want. And they're going to think that they're going to follow me. But they're really following the gods of the nations. The God of the nations. And we're warned about this. As you read on through Numbers, and you read on into Deuteronomy. So, pay attention to these Torah portions, because they're about to get a whole lot more realer. Alright? So there's a reason why those new moon feasts and Sabbaths and appointed feast days are going to be laid to waste, because you're not doing it in Yahuwah's name. You're doing it in Yahusha, Jesus' name, the God of Ikran. The modern day God. And until you see it, you're just going to keep blinding yourself. These are my wages, which my lovers have given me. I will make them a forest, and the beasts of the field shall devour them. And I will punish her for the feast days of the Baals. Isn't that interesting? The feast days are Yahuwah's days, but Yahusha Jesus makes them about him. Baal. Interesting, right? Now tell me, am I making that up? That says it right there. He is telling us what his people are going to go do. What they've done already. What will be again. There is no wiggle room here. And people come down, oh, you're so mean. Oh, you're good. Good. Am I waking your ass up? Am I waking you up? Are you taking a second glance at what is being shown here? Are you? Are you growing, or are you just remaining stagnant? Because Yahuwah says that too. That people are just not going to care. They're not going to want to do the research. Because they're just going to be so consumed with their own lives and their own problems. But really, a victory and healing is when you come to Yahuwah. Because he heals you through your researching. He heals your other problems. He knows what they are. You take on to him in your prayer time. He knows. You've spoken them into the atmosphere, and the atmosphere has power. So it says, when she burned offerings to them and adorned herself with her ring and jewelry and went after her lovers and forgot me, declares Yahuwah. Do you guys not see his heart there? He's like, why are they doing this? His heart's breaking right here. How do you not see that? Therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak tenderly to her. You see that he's going to take us back into the wilderness. He's going to take us back. He's going to lead us out of Egypt. But are you going to follow him or are you going to follow Yahushua Jesus? Because Yahushua Jesus is going to lead you back into the doctrine of the church. Because it's going to be a one world religion. What do you think the New World Order is? It's here. It's happening. They're changing it as we speak. It's going to be totally different. Therefore, behold, I will allure her, and bring her into the wilderness, and speak tenderly to her. And then I will give her her vineyards, and make the valley of Achor a door of hope. And there she shall answer all, as in the days of her youth, as at the time when she came out of the land of Egypt. You see that? Same thing, over and over again. It's repeating itself. What will be again. And in that day, declares Yahuwah, you will call me, Yahuwah, my husband, and no longer will you call me my Baal. You see this? Yahushua Jesus is that Baal, the modern day Baal. How do you not see this? This is right here in our Torah portion. How do you not see this? For I will remove the name of the Baals from her mouth, and they shall be remembered by my name. And they shall be remembered by name no more. Is that really what it's going to take for Yahuwah to say, okay, I'm going to tell you the truth right now. I have no relation to this Yahushua Jesus character that you guys want to create, and now I'm going to destroy you because you still think that you're going to be marrying this dude who claims to be my son. And I don't even know who he is. He's the god of Ikron, who disguises himself as me, the angel of light. Come on. How stupid and asleep is everybody? Really. And I will make for them a covenant on that day. What day? What day? Here we go again. We're back to at that time, on that day. What is that day? Let's see. Let's read. All right. On that day with the beasts of the field, the birds of the heavens, and the creeping things of the ground. And I will abolish the bow and the sword and war from the land, and I will make you lie down in safety. Okay, so right here, let's back up a little bit. That right there, that's spoken about in Ezekiel 37. And it's only at that time that the Messiah can come. Because he's the anointed one. Let's not misunderstand what Messiah means. And it says right here, I will betroth you to me forever. So he's going to marry us back. He is. Not Yahusha. We don't need no mediator to come and have us married. We don't need that. Yahuwah has all the power to do that. He doesn't need anybody else, let alone a God who claims to be his son. But we're in contest. Does that even say that? It's a lie. That's all it is. It's a lie. And that's all it'll ever be. I will betroth you to me in faithfulness, and you shall know Yahuwah. And in that day, I will answer and declare in the heavens, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing, and they shall answer the earth, and the earth shall answer the grain, the wine, and the oil, and they shall answer Jezreel. Once again, see? I'm so glad that this Torah portion was done in Hosea. And isn't it ironic that Hosea means salvation? Like it literally means salvation. Not of salvation. Salvation of Yah, not Yahusha. Come on. Seriously? People need to wake up and see this true deception that's coming right now. This true deception. Because it's at our doorstep. And Yahuwah sends his watchmen to prepare you for what's to come. But you're not going to listen. You're going to sit there and say, oh, she's just a female. She shouldn't be teaching. You know what? I know my place as a woman. And as a watchman, it's quite sad that Yahuwah has to raise up a woman to do what a man should be doing in the first place. So I'm just going to end it there. So I just want to say thank you for doing the Torah portion with me. And I hope that you really look at the Torah portion deeper to see that you're just being lied to if you want to sit there and claim Yahusha, Jesus, in this scripture, because that's all it is. It's indoctrination. We just read it verbatim. That Yahuwah is going to marry us again. So, when and where this Yahusha, Jesus, thinks that he can pop up, when he's not supposed to pop up until the end times, at that time, on that day, you guys better wake up and realize that this is the God of Ukraine. I'm not here to lecture anybody, but you know what? This is serious, and y'all are not taking it serious at all. So anyway, I love you. Love you guys all. And Shabbat Shalom.